everyone, my name is Blanca Sepulveda, co-author of today's Inspired Latina, Volume 5. Today I'll be sharing my story with you, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed writing it. I'm actually in Mexico. In the beginning of my story, I talk about my mom and my grandmother, so I am so grateful that I am here spending time with them. Growing money, growing ourselves. No matter where we are in life, there is always something new to learn and another level to achieve. When I was invited to become a contributing author in this book, I doubted my accomplishments. Then I quickly realized that no matter where we are in life, there's always something new to learn and another level to achieve. This story is about my journey and my gratitude in being where I am today. Family memories. My mother and grandmother gave me a loving foundation and were great examples of hard work and resilience. My grandfather was a police officer in Mexico and was killed when my mom was very young. Once in the U.S., my grandmother worked as a housekeeper, a full-time housekeeper at a hospital in Lake Forest, Illinois. On the weekends, she cleaned beautiful homes in the area. She accomplished many of her goals. She owned a home in the U.S. and gave as much as she could to her children and grandchildren. She was always a great saver, forsaking instant gratification to fund her dream of building a house in Jalisco, Mexico. She retired and moved into her custom-built house there, where she is enjoying life and keeping sharp by playing Rummikub, her favorite board game. She's very competitive and wins most of the games that we play against her. 3 years ago, which is 4 years now, it's going to be 5, she was diagnosed with cancer. She's battling her disease in good spirits. She never complains and still has the memory of an elephant. She's 87. She'll be 89 in November. Is still witty, clever, and loves to dance and be the life of the party. My father worked full-time during the week and on the weekends he was working as a car mechanic. He was a great influence on the family, always planning summer trips at different parks and family trips to Michigan and Holy Hill, Wisconsin. He would gather carloads of relatives for these enjoyable family outings. He also helped anyone in need and volunteered with the Red Cross. I had my first glimpse of entrepreneurship from my mom. She was a beautician. She was always making extra cash by babysitting, carpooling, baking cakes, and making piñatas. Growing up, I really admired her. My parents actually divorced when I was 17, and my father left to start a new life and family. We felt betrayed, and it took us many years to forgive him. My mom quickly transitioned from being a stay-at-home mom to working full-time and raising me and my younger sisters. I didn't want her to worry about me, so I quickly started working while I was in school. I got a job as a teller in a bank, then became a customer service rep and continued working there until I finished high school and college. At the age of 22, I started working at the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, where I worked for 20 years. Around that time, I started dating my high school sweetheart and found out I was pregnant. My whole world seemed to close in on me. I quickly realized that we had different goals in life. After a year, I decided to end the relationship with my baby's father and became a single mother. I planned to plant my flag at the bank, continue my education, and do the best that I could. Over the years, my mom has been my biggest supporter, and I will forever be grateful to her. Community action. During high school, I got involved with my local community. My first meeting was with an organization called Lobo, Latinos of Berwyn and Cicero. I remember being young and learning about issues in our community and the importance of helping fellow Latinos. When I turned 18, I registered to vote. I felt so empowered, I became a voter registrant. I would sit around storefronts and walk around festivals urging people to register to vote to ensure they had a voice. I also got involved in immigration rights and went to Washington, D.C. to attend my first protest. I didn't see myself pursuing a career in politics, but I thought it was important to be responsible, make a difference, and create a powerful voice together. At the bank, I was involved in community outreach and helped start the bank's Employee Support Network Group, the Latino Resource Association, LRA. I was on the board for 4 years. I was also a volunteer for the United States Hispanic Leadership Institute, an annual conference that I participated in for many years. Also, an organization that I still volunteer with, Junior Achievement, JA. Junior Achievement is a non-for-profit organization that goes into schools and teaches students about money. Through Junior Achievement, students learn about needs and wants, our communities, money, banking, economics, budgeting, starting your own business, resume building, and interviewing. I taught students kindergarten through high school, 12th grade at the schools, then teach my son when I got home since he didn't have this program at his school. JA will always be near and dear to my heart. Entrepreneurship. In 2012, I came across World Financial Group. I attended a personal finance workshop and heard about money concepts that I didn't really understand, like the power of compound interest, paying less in taxes, and assessing financial health. It reminded me of junior achievement, but applied to the period after high school, when people start earning money and are making crucial money decisions. I realized there was still so much more to learn. Organizations like Junior Achievement exist because there's no classes in school that teach us about money. There's English, math, science, social studies, etc. But what about budgeting, money 101, tax 101, insurance 101, or how to use, not abuse credit? Why don't these classes exist in our school system? With the newfound concepts, I started crunching the numbers. I realized that my grandmother, who had worked hard, saved, sacrificed all her life, could have had so much more. My family could have been more comfortable, spent more time together, and my parents would have thought less about money. I was disturbed as well as intrigued. I wanted to learn more and, of course, share this paramount information with my son, who had just turned 16 and started his first job. How I wish I was giving all this knowledge when I was his age. We don't know what we don't know. Today, I am so proud of him for implementing important financial strategies. How powerful it is to make a difference for the next generation. How powerful. I am grateful to God that he will have a different positive experience to pass on to his children one day. Working in banking all my life had helped, but it wasn't enough. I remember being in debt as early as my 20s. Throughout my career, I've always worked 2 jobs, just like my parents did. I like to work, but I started asking myself, why do we have to work so hard? And still, it's hard to get ahead in life. I can't do this forever. When do we spend time with family? When do we do the things that we love doing? If we don't learn the financial fundamentals, we are all at risk. It's about working smart, not hard. I started questioning my position at the bank and found it wasn't rewarding. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to help people. I wanted to make a lot of money. But all that seemed far-fetched. Where would I find such an ideal position? I thought I would need a big investment to get started, but I found that wasn't true. Through this platform and guidance, I was able to start part-time so I would not have to immediately quit my job at the bank. I saw a demand to serve the community, sit down with families free of charge, educate, assess their needs, and go over their goals regardless of their income or savings. I believe everyone deserves the same courtesy whether you want to invest $500,000 or $25 a month. I also believe financial security is within reach for everyone. It doesn't matter if you just started your first job or if you're about to retire. Most people have questions about 401k plans and how they work. What about 403bs and 457s? What funds should we pick within our plans? How do we save for children's college or get out of debt? So many people need help and guidance with their retirement paperwork. Do you know your FIN, your financial independence number? We are given decisions to make every day, decisions that will affect our future and our livelihood. Are we equipped to make these decisions? Are we taking advice from experienced professionals or our know-it-all relatives or coworkers who are just as clueless and broke? Do people work because they want to or because they have to? Who wants to keep working after 65? After learning and becoming skilled at following a simple system, I wholeheartedly made the decision to leave my career at the Federal Reserve, and I never looked back. The average financial advisor is male and in his 50s. But now the baby boomer generation will be retiring, and there's a tremendous shortage of financial advisors. The industry is growing, and it's very diverse now. I'm excited to see an increasing number of women enter the financial services industry. According to the Department of Labor, the profession is projected to grow 50% from 2016 to 2026, much faster than the average for all occupations. As the population ages and life expectancies rise, demand for financial planning services should increase too. I plan to be there helping those who need help the most. Encouraging success. In life, we will always have our ups and downs. I suddenly found myself at a crossroads. I had so much to be grateful for, but still felt empty and stagnant. I began growing in my faith and learned that everything God has destined for us is right in front of us. But sometimes we're so busy and worried that we don't see it. Sometimes it's fear that's stopping us from moving forward. I was afraid of disappointing people. I was I was ready for the next stage in my career to grow an agency, but didn't feel like I was knowledgeable enough or good enough to lead others. It was a lack of confidence that held me back. I've learned that as long as we focus on becoming better versions of ourselves and working hard in all aspects of our lives, we will gain the confidence we need to grow. God will always be there to pick us up if we fail or fall, no matter what the circumstance. I am stronger, braver, and more grateful for the people God has placed in my life. God is good, and if you ask Him, He will guide you. He will open your eyes. We just have to be true to ourselves and take action in the little things in order to grow. My team is like my family. I want to help them reach their personal goals as well as make a difference in our communities together. We are opening offices all over the Chicagoland area, suburbs, and across the U.S. I would like to see my offices in every city the way we see banks throughout every community. With faith and resilience, we will conquer fear, overcome any adversity, and I want to see other women rise and break free as well. I want them to know that yes, they are qualified. We are all worthy. It's important to surround yourself with people who lift you higher and help you excel. I have met some great people who have helped me along my journey, and I want to do the same for others. I thank God for my mentors and my friends who are always rooting for me. Finally, I like to thank all the women out there empowering and cheering for one another. Women are leaders, and in the right environment, we uncover the gifts God has in store for us. He wants us to make our dreams come true. He wants to help us make our dreams come true, but He wants us to take others with us on this journey as well. Thank you for taking the time to spend with me today. I wish you the best. I wish you an amazing day. Bye.